Nothing like the back bumpy alleys of the great and grand Giant Eagle. Yes. Old School Joe Wright here. Liquor store. Oh my. What a wet and rainy day today. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is fall. What happened to the sunshine? I gotta go to the store. This is the Daily Joe. Yeah! What we got here is rain. And that's what you have today. No matter, because today is a monumental day. Yes, I will do a vlog I've never done before, ever in my life. You may find out things that, well, you didn't know about me. I don't like people knowing about me. Oh yeah, Perkins, I got you, buddy. I got you. Now, honestly, Taco Bell was in the making for Perkins, but it was announced like a year ago. I egged it on. I had to, you know, get the shots in. Camera, if you move on me, I swear, don't do it, Tim. It is time for me to show you what's in my music collection. What shapes my brain, and why do I always sing when I do videos? If you go through someone's life and the music that has inspired them or they like, there's always somebody behind the scenes. Like my mom always listened to classic country. When classic country wasn't classic country, it was just country music. So I always will go back to the Whalens, you know, the Willies, you know, Don Williams, those cool people. My mom listened to all the country. Loretta Lynn, God bless her soul. She's passed on now, but all the country people, love them. But also, my dad, when he was in the car driving, it was always oldies, 50s and 60s. So my mind, in a way, got weaved together with 1970s and 80s country music along with 50s and 60s. Now, growing up, you know, as a teen, oh, the awesome 80s music comes along. And you got the hair bands. So the hair bands were getting tied in to what I listened to. So I got all these genres of music flowing through me. And I'm the type of person where I love all music. I mean, there's always something in some genre where it's a good song. I mean, there's stuff I really don't listen to, but there's songs where every genre, I think, has some kind of goodness in it. But, I mean, I love the 80s, early 90s, and when you're in school, and you got Nirvana rocking, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, my brain is just, it's compacted my life. I think everything to me, if I see something or something reminds me of something, I think of it as a song, a movie scene. I mean, I'm telling you, my brain is just, it's just mush. It's what it is. I'm not just doing this for the vlog. I'm doing it because this thing needs organized, and this whole wall in the studio is getting reorganized. So I figured, hey, let's do a vlog, show the music choices I like, and clean this area up because it's getting pretty, it's getting crazy over here, is what I'm trying to tell you. Here comes the sad part, okay? Like 8 years ago, we moved out of the house. No, 9 years ago. About 9.5 years ago, we moved out of the house, and I had 2 boxes of CDs, and I grabbed the first one. But then when we went back a couple of days later, we didn't get the rest of our stuff. In a way, we ran out of time in moving. So there was a padlock on the door of this place we moved out of. And it had another box of CDs in it. And basically, the whole box was full of my favorite 80s bands. You know what I mean? Skid Row, the Motley Crues, Slaughter, Winger, Cinderella. I only, in all honesty, I think, yeah, that's the only Cinderella album I got from the 80s. That's the only one. And I had a bunch of their CDs, but all my 80s CDs were wiped off the face of the earth because, well, we were slow, I guess. Let's dive into this. Okay, actually, as I'm sitting here, I do have an 80s album. Ah, wait. Beastie Boys are from the 80s. That, yeah, there was a couple left over. But the early 90s were a big influence on me too. Like, I had to recollect all these Nirvana albums because my brother went out and he, well, apparently went to a party and the place caught on fire and burned all my CDs up. But I had to recollect all my Nirvana albums. And I can honestly tell you, Pink Floyd is huge to me. And I don't have a favorite movie. I mean, if you would ever guess, Offspring, I forgot I had them. I don't have a favorite movie. If you were to ever ask me, what's your favorite movie? I don't have one. But if you ask me about music, I do have a favorite band. Number 3, Led Zeppelin. 2, Pink Floyd. Number 1, my favorite band of all time is The Doors. Yes, it is so true that I named my firstborn son James. Yes, that's the honest to God truth. Now, I didn't name him that because of Jim's hullabaloo or his craziness, what he did outside of the music. I named him that because of the band and the magic they had, you know, and all that cool music they did. Such a big fan of them. I had to recollect all these because these burn up in a fire too. So I had to redo these, and I always kick myself. I had the box set, and I paid like $70-some for it. And one day I was desperate. I was stupid. I was like 22, 23, maybe 24. I needed gas money, so I went down to a pawn shop and pawned it for like $10. Yeah, I know. But yes, The Doors is my favorite band of all time. Like I said, the top 3, but then after that, they all get mixed in. I have my favorites, but I can certainly say the top 3 music bands in my life: Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and The Doors. But I do love the grunge age. I mean, when Nirvana came out and broke the mold, that was cool. But there's something about a hair band, the hair band of the 80s, if you break it down, is my favorite. Just something with the magic they had with the music. It's insane. But there was a lot of good music in the 80s, but there was a lot of bad music that come along with that. Any generation, you know what I'm talking about. But my choices, and casualties too, I hate. Like, it seems when I really start liking a band, something tragic happens to them. Like, I love Soundgarden, and then when Chris Cornell left and joined Audioslave and then did a solo, did a solo act. I love Chris Cornell, and I'm still heartbroken. The Audioslave broke up. And where the heck's my other album? They have 3 albums. I bet it's in the car. I got a boatload of stuff in the car. I got CDs in the car too. Huh. But Audioslave, I loved them in the early 2000s. But in all honesty, I quit listening to music probably after 2007. I kind of fade. Now I know the songs that get popular and, you know, that are on the radio and stuff. But for me to sit down and listen to a top 40 radio station, it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? I tuned out like 2007, 2008. I just don't listen to it. But the variety. Here's a guilty pleasure. Neil freaking Diamond. I love that guy. That is awesome. Cinderella is way underrated. And another band that's underrated, let me tell you, I think White Lion needs to be more in the conversation of great hair bands of the 80s. White Lion is a really good band, but they never got the props like you know, Poison or, you know, Whitesnake, or I could go on forever. This vlog, I should have really, one of these days, I have a lot to say about this music, and today's a crazy day, and I got busy with stuff, and yeah, Fleetwood Mac, another one. Fleetwood Mac's another good 80s band. But I just have to say, White Lion is one of them underappreciated bands from the 80s. There's so many from the 80s that were great. But I do like the grunge of the early 90s. But then, like I said, when 2007 hit, and then grunge, I don't know, music changed for me. Let me be honest. There's still good bands out there, like Linkin Park come out. And there's, you know, nothing comes to mind because I really just tuned out. But just a variety of just so many. But yeah, if you were to ask me today, what do you listen to? I still revert back to the 80s, 90s, and every now and then, I guess like in honor of my dad, I listen to a lot of classic country music. Favorite, George Jones, Waylon Jennings. But every now and then I will tune back into the 60s, like my dad. Driving along in the car, that's the only thing he had on. It's insane. But yeah, I really am heartbroken. I had so many. If you take all these DVDs out, I had all CDs, and it was from every era of music, and you stack them up high, and I cut them in half in 2 big boxes, and the second box got left. I couldn't tell you where they are now. Probably ended up some rummage sale, some yards. I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, it's kind of a heartbreak thing when I think about it. But I mean, if I go to Walmart, I very rarely, you guys know that. But if I do, 9 chances out of 10, you're gonna find me digging through the $5 CD bin, because I love CDs. I really got to collect all my 80s stuff back again. But if you have a band you think I would like that I've not mentioned here, or somebody you think I would enjoy now, the newer days, maybe I could, you know, dip my toes in the water about it. Maybe I'll give it a shot. But you shoot me you shoot me what you think I would listen to. There's a lot here, man. They're pretty beat up today with the back. Normally, did you guys know my back is bad, but when it rains, I don't know, I have more pain than when it rains in a day. I'm just hindered from, I can't wait till this stuff is just nipped in the bud. But yeah, I could do such a longer vlog with this situation or this subject. It's just, I love music. It impacts me every day. And I don't know why I just started randomly. I've been that way all my life. I've always put something into a rhythm or a rhyme, or it doesn't matter what it is. It just always mixes with a song I've heard through my life. I know, I'm crazy. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday. Wow, this week goes by. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. And I got to take this whole wall down and I'm gonna reorganize this. That's what I'm gonna do. I just didn't do it for the vlog. I actually gotta do something here. So, and it's cold, it's wet. I'm in pain today, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Man, oh man. I really should start going to Walmart and digging in the bin a lot more.